Hello everyone, let's look at how to upload file in PHP. The first thing we want to look at is creating the HTML form. Then after this we can now create the PHP file script to do the upload. I'll be making use of Visual Studio Code as the ID, so I've created a file, profile photo.php. So the first thing is to create the HTML form. So let's do that now. So this, we can now proceed. Let me just change the title to PHP. Okay, let's make use of profile photo as the case study. Profile photo upload. So this first exercise will be how to make use of plain PHP to upload profile photo to a folder on the server. So PHP profile photo upload as the title. Then I can add this bootstrap. So I have a bootstrap component here. Bootstrap.css. With its CSS folder, then I'm making use of the unminified version of this. So with this, I can proceed to create the form using bootstrap form. So we can just have inside the body. So let's make use of the grid system class. Container. Then in it, assume we have a div row class. Then within it, we can just have just one column, and it's making use. This column is making use of just 6 column out of 12. Call dash, and we are targeting medium device. That's the breakpoint. Okay, within this is where we're going to have our form. So remember, the first thing is to create the HTML form. So this is not done anything, it's just the title part of this. So here we're going to have our form. We can give it title here. I'm making use of h2. Let's give it upload profile photo as the title. Then after this, so to create HTML form, we must start with form tag. A form tag, it has attributes, important attributes that you can place inside form tags, action and method. So the action will be to the second part, the PHP script that will process the file upload. So let's finish up the form. Later we come back to the action and we talk about the method. And there is an important attribute that must place in your form when you want to upload any file to the server. It's called end type. You have to specify the end type attributes, and the value will be multipath / form data. If you don't specify this, you won't be able to upload any file to the server side using HTML form. So the action will later be to another PHP script. Let's call it uploader. Uploader.php is going to create this. So our method must be post for you to upload file. No method can be get or post, but for you to upload file to the server side, any file, maybe an image, a PDF, a document file, the method must always be post. then you must have this attribute end type with the file multipath slash form data. So let's proceed. Inside this, we're just going to specify the file input elements, and the type will be file. So let's just demonstrate this by using vertical form. So I have a div and class mb margin bottom 3. Then within you can have a label. This label, the class equals form dash label. Then you can say okay, the picture, the photo you want to upload as the label. After this, the form elements input type equal to file. It must have a name attribute. Name. Let's call this profile pics. Profile pics. That is the name. We can as well give it ID. So we can say profile pic is the ID. So in a situation whereby user click on the label, then it will trigger this. So the 4 attributes we have the same value as the ID. Type equal to file. Then name equal to profile pic. ID. Then with this, we are done with this. So the next thing is the button, the submit button that we need to click that will take it to the action part. So let's just make use of the inputs element to do this as well. Type will be submit, since we are submitting to the server side, not button. Then the caption on the button will be upload photo. So that when you click on this, then we can give this a name. So I can just say btn submit. So that is for that. So as you know that input is a self-closing element. So with this, we are done with this. You can give it a class to beautify the button as a btn dash success. So let's check this out in the browser. Check our form out in the browser. So we just have this. So when you click on this a trigger that you should upload a specific photo. So you can pick the photo from anywhere as in your system and upload this. So you can pick the photo from anywhere else in your system and upload this to the server. So we've covered the first thing that we need to do, create the HTML form, and this is the form. Is the form. We've created the HTML form. So let me explain once again things that you need to know about this form creation. So make sure that your form uses method equal to what? Post. And it needs this attribute end type equal to multipath. It specifies which content type to use when submitting the form. And likewise, the type of input element we are using is file, because we want to upload a file. It can be any file, document, PDF, Excel file, open document file, can be pictures that you want to upload to the server. It can be multimedia videos that you want to upload to the server. So you have to make use of input type equal to file to do this. Then also, where are you sending this file to? So the server-side script that will process this, you have to specify it in the action part. So with this, we are through with the first thing, create the HTML form. So let's proceed to the second part, create the upload file PHP script. So to create the upload file, we're giving it a name, and the name is uploader.php. So let's come here and create a new file. And this new file, we name it uploader.php. So this is going to be a plain PHP script just for the demo. So this is where we send the file to. When you submit a file to uploader.php, you need to check the details of what you send. So there are super globals, but the one that you will use here is not super global post or super global get or super global request. So there is super global files. Whenever you upload file, for you to retrieve the file uploaded to the server-side script, you have to make use of this uh, associative array. So this is an associative array of items uploaded to the current script through the HTTP post method. And from there, you can now begin to access what is in that array. So it has indices. So there is name, there is type, there is temporary name, then error and size. So we can now look at all this. So the first thing we need to do here is we're going to leverage on pre tag and print underscore f. So there is a function in PHP print underscore r rather that we can use, not print underscore f, that you can use to present human readable information about any variable. You know, this is a super global variable. So when you post this from profile photo to uploader.php, you need to check what is stored in that super global file. So let's check the information inside this super global file. Let's see what is inside. So we can leverage on making use of pre-tag that will display content as you specify it. So here, there is a mistake here. You need to put so echo pre, then you close the pre-tag. So within, you can now proceed to make use of print underscore r to print out the human readable format of what is stored in these super global files. So let's go back and run this. So back to the page and you click on browse. So I'm just going to pick any file. So I have this. Then when you click on upload photo, look at the array. So it's an associative array. That super global file is an associative array. The name of the file that we send to this uploader.php is profile pic. Then you can see the name, associative array, name key, and its value. The name of the file is this. The type is, the MIME type is image JPEG, and the temporary name where it first uploaded the file, where it first in the temporary directory, this is the path, and error is 0, and the size of the file being uploaded is this. So you need to know more about this. In PHP 8, there are more other index that were added, so we're going to look at that. So after you have all this information, you can store them in a variable so that it will be flexible enough for you to play with this and use them in uploading your file. So another thing that we've not done is we need to create a folder where this image, this profile photo will be stored. So in this application, let's create a new folder in the root directory and limit profile images. So we have a folder called profile images and there is nothing inside. So I just want to show you that to upload a file is just like 1, 2, 3 line of code. Then later we can now look at how to validate this. But let's just show how to upload this without any validation. So we have this uploader.php. So we've seen what we have in the super global files. So let's store this in variables. We want to assign this to variables, each of this. So this going to pick each of what we have therein with two indices, name. So profile pics name to pick the name, profile pic type to pick the type, profile pic temporary name, profile pic error, profile pic size. So it's a two-dimensional array. So you need two indices to pick any elements of that array. So let's proceed. So for example, the file name, you can store it in variable file name. Then we can now pick it by making use of super global files. The first index will be the name of the file, which is profile pics. Let's check it again. So this is the name, profile pics, and that is what we are using here. Then we want to pick the name based on what we have in this array, which is name. So we want to pick that. So we want to pick the name so that maybe we want to use it to save the image. Then we also need the file size. Need the file size. Then still make use of super global files. Still to brackets. Then here quote size, and it have to be string. It have to be quoted. And after this, we also need to store the temporary location where it was first uploaded to. So to store it, you assign this, and what we have is tmp underscore name. Likewise, the error, if there is any issue with the file upload, we want to check by storing this. So you can access it from the, if there's any error, it will store it. So if there's any error, the value here will be greater than 0. So we've stored this in variable error. Then we also want to know the file type. So the file type, is it JPEG, is it PNG, is it BMP, is it SVG, is it PDF? So you can also store it in another variable. Profile pics and type. That's the indices to pick all those elements of super global files that we send to this uploader.php. Okay, so we already have profile images folder. That is the destination where we move this uploaded file that is in the temporary directory. When you upload a file in using PHP, it will using HTML form, it will first upload it to a temporary directory, and we can get that by using these two indices, profile pics, which is the name of the file, and tmp underscore name. So we store it in this variable tmp name. So this is where we have the temporary directory. So let's demonstrate that. When you come up here and you pick this file, you click on upload folder, then you can see it has been stored in this temporary directory. Then we now want to move it from this temporary directory to the final destination, which is profile images. So to do that, we need to create destination, specify destination folder, and let's just create variable destination and assign the name of the folder as profile images, profile images slash the name of the file. That file you are uploading, we've picked it from this super global files array, and we store the name in variable file name. So we can now put this variable here, as you know that any variable within a double quote will be passed. So we have the destination being specified. So the next thing is to move the file to destination. Move the file from temporary directory to final destination. So we all know that the temporary directory is stored here and the final destination is here. So to do this, there is an inbuilt function in PHP called move underscore upload file. So you can check the PHP manual online. So this move an uploaded file to a new location. So look at the syntax, move underscore uploaded underscore file. So it's move it from to the final destination, and the result is always a boolean. The result is boolean. Whether it's successful or not, it will return true or false. When it is true, that means it's successful. When it is false, that means something happened. You don't upload it that file. So let's look at how to move it, how to upload the file. So creating a variable, then the function is move underscore uploaded file from where? From the temporary directory to the final destination. The final destination is already stored in variable destination. So when it is successful, it's going to put this in variable result. If you check, I've added, make this to be an HTML. I've added HTML so that we can be able to see results here using Bootstrap alert. So when it is successful, we now need to make use of simple if to check if variable results. That means if it is true, then do the following. So we want to just display by echoing a diff. Then within the diff, we can put the message profile photo was successfully uploaded. So we can bootstrap this, make it more beautiful using alert class, alert dash success. So we are just testing for the when it is successful. If you want to do when it is not successful, you can make use of the else part. So let's test this to see, and you can see profile images, there is no image yet. So is this one line of code here on line 27 that we move the file from the temporary directory to the final destination as specified here. So let's proceed to demonstrate this by running this back to here, running it afresh, then browse. So the name of the file is this. Then when you now click on upload photo, you can see profile photo was successfully uploaded. So if you go ahead and check in that profile images, we have this image. We have this image in the profile images. So the image is successfully uploaded. Let's try this one more time and upload another image. Then click on browse, look for another image from Unsplash. Then we click on upload photo, it was successfully uploaded. So this is the second image. You can see it has uploaded this image to the profile images folder. This is just to explain how you need to upload any file, whether it's image, PDF, Word document, Excel, or any spreadsheet, to the server using PHP. You can see the form as action part, that's the uploader.php, the PHP script you are uploading the file to. Method must be post, and it must have this end type attribute with this value. If you don't have this, you won't be able to upload any file. And to do any file upload, your input elements must be of type file. So when you click on this button to take you to uploader.php, and you can access what is stored in. To retrieve what you have in the file you've uploaded to the server-side script, you have to use super global file. That is the super global array that you can use to do that. HTTP file upload variable. So from it, you can now use the two indices to capture all the necessary things: the file name, the file size, the temporary name, the error, and the file and the other things. So in PHP, some other indices are added, but this first tutorial is just to showcase how you can upload a file. Later on in the second part, we'll be looking at how to validate this, because this is not good enough. Don't use this code to upload any file to your server. So because we've not validated this, so anybody can upload any file size. They can. We are expecting them to upload email. You can upload PHP script that will even delete or create havoc on your server. So don't use this. So this is just to explain that all what you just need to upload a file is this function, and for you to know how to uh, access all these elements of the super global files, and make use of it to upload your file from the temporary directory to final destination. So we're going to stop here. In part 2, we see how we're going to do validation, the size, the type, and also change the file name. You can rename the file name and also check for error. Thank you.